So you've finished the no spend challenge. Results are in. Okay, the results are in. We're going to talk about it. Let's go over it. So this no spend challenge may be new to you. So you may be just kind of winging it. So I'm going to backtrack and show you how my month went, what we were able to save, so that hopefully this brings more clarity around your challenge if you decide to do it multiple times this year, or if you want to do it next month, whatever that may be. When I first learned of this type of challenge, this type of, how could you say it? I guess you would call it a challenge. It's a fun challenge though. Anyways, when I first learned of this technique, that's another thing you can call a technique, towards, learning about your triggers, learning about tracking your money, where your money's going, it was overwhelming. It's like a no spend challenge, like that's very overwhelming. But when you really sit down and you look at the instructions, I have a full blog post on that, it's linked below. When you look at the instructions, it's like, oh, it's really not so bad. And once you get into it and you're in it, it's very fun and very rewarding. So this is my tracking sheet. It's all beautiful. My daughter was coloring on it, and I had, done some things here where I was jotting down where I was able to save money. So here is the final result. So just by doing this tracking alone, not to mention how much we save in groceries on a weekly basis, which is all in the academy. I walk you through how to save on groceries. Not to mention how much we've saved on home and auto insurance, which I teach you that. How much we've saved in subscriptions. Well, subscriptions are in here actually. Cable, all that stuff. This is just the no spend challenge. So if I was to add to this to how we've been able to save in groceries, subscriptions, or groceries, home and auto insurance, credit cards, all that stuff, it would be well over into the thousands that I've been able to personally save this month. My husband and I have separate bank accounts. So here is what the total amount is. By participating in the no spend challenge, and you can see I have some red days on there, so I did spend some money, I have saved $771.12. Now I'm going to reverse engineer this and show you how I got to this number, so that if you're still feeling confused and you still need some clarity around the no spend challenge, so you can then go and execute it, I'm going to reverse engineer for you. So first thing we cut out was our weekly takeout. Every Friday for the past 12 years that Brian and I have been together, we do takeout every single Friday. Now, today, 2022, with the cost of inflation, our takeout was about $55 a week. That's low end. That's if we just chose to do pizza and wings. Sometimes we chose to get takeout from the restaurant, which would be upwards of $75 for the family of 4. So we did not do any takeout this month, which was incredible. So just alone on takeout, we saved $231 by not doing takeout. Okay. Second, I went through and I looked at all my subscriptions, all things that auto renew monthly that come off my credit card, maybe little charges like $10, $15 that you think, it's not much, but adds up over time. So I found 5 monthly subscriptions on my credit card that auto renew that I didn't necessarily need. And that's the point of the no spend challenge. This is helping you uncover your priorities and prioritizing your needs versus wants and tracking your money. It's not meant to punish you. It's not meant to be a boo-hoo, no fun challenge. It's meant to help bring awareness around your funds and help bring awareness to tracking your funds. And that's basically all it is. So I was able to track that 5. I had 5 subscriptions that auto renewed on my credit card, canceled them all. Okay, canceled them all at the beginning of the month. That saved me $131.12. Okay, so between saving on takeout, not doing takeout, and canceling the subscriptions, just alone, I'm saving myself $362.12. What would you do with an extra $362.12? Could that be slapped down on some debt? Could that go into a savings account? Could that go into for retirement? Could that even be slapped down extra on your mortgage per month? There's so much you could do. Okay. So another thing I did was there was a lot of things that I didn't need anymore, so I offered them for sale, and I put things up for sale that I did not need anymore. Okay. So if you look at it that way, I earned an extra $573 by just selling things I did not need. So if you take that, saving $231 on takeout, $131 on subscriptions that were auto-renewing, and an extra $573 that I made upon selling things that I simply did not need, I personally saved and added $935.12 to my bank account for 1 month. 1 month, okay? Now, where does the $771 come from? Are you still with me? So, from there, I take it and I subtract my red days. Okay, so first what I was doing is I was adding up my savings for the month. What I saved, what I typically would spend. I would typically spend this like clockwork every week on takeout, okay, saving. So you write all those down. And then subscriptions, if you've canceled all your subscriptions, write those down, okay? Now, I did not include other impulse buys. There's times where I would spend like $200-300 on clothing, or this, or maybe a trip to the dollar store just to get whatever I wanted, right? Now, I didn't include that in here, so I like I'm saying, my saving this month for $771 is into the thousands, because I'm not including all the other impulse buys that I would have been indulging in. I'm not including the savings that we're having on groceries. I'm not including all that. So this is just strictly this tracking, okay? So you can see I have some red days, and actually I did quite well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I really only spent money on wants 9 days, 9 times throughout the month with 30 days. So I was pretty proud of myself for that. And it was basically drive-through. See, this is where this helps bring awareness to your spending, because these spendings, so for example, the 3rd day of April was $10. The 6th was $9. See, so if you can see what I did here, I kept very, very good notes, because the point of this challenge is to bring awareness to where your money's going. So you really want to dive in and take notes on where it's going. So $10, $9. One day I spent $5. One day I think I had the kids with me through drive-through, so by the time we got stuff, it was $20, $10, $40, $10. The biggest was $60 because Brooke had a friend over and we did some drive-through. $10. So it was all these little purchases that when you go through drive-through, you think, oh, it's just $5. But then you do that every day, it adds up. So those purchases, the wants, the negotiable expenses, I spent $164. Okay, so I spent $164 on wants, things that I did not need, but ended up getting them. So that's where I take that total and I subtract it off of what I saved or what I earned. And by earning, I mean an extra, right? You don't include your salary or your career, your side hustle. You don't include any of that. You just include if you were to sell things that month, whether it was, I had some clothing that I sold, things that I didn't need. I'm decluttering my life. I'm obviously getting rid of a lot of things because my lifestyle has shifted. So that's what I mean by extra. And then, so you take what you saved and any extra money that came in, and you subtract it by all the red days, and that will give you a total for what you saved. So results are in. Personally, extra $771.12 in my bank account from participating in this no spend challenge, with even more clarity around my finances in terms of where my money's going than I already had previously. So again, the point of this challenge is just to bring awareness around your money and help you track where your money leaks are. How many times do you get to the end of the month and it's like, I don't have enough for mortgage, or I don't have enough for this. Like, where did my money go? And you have no idea. You have to track. You must track, okay? The only way you're going to patch those money leaks is if you track. And I've found the No Spend Challenge to be one of the easiest and funnest ways to track your money leaks, track your spending, track your habits and behavior, okay? So I would love to hear your wins. I would love to hear what you saved, if you're willing to share, on your no spend month. And to be honest, I'm going to carry this forward. This does not stop after 1 month. I'm carrying forward this trend. So here's to another month and more tracking, more awareness, more money management. That's all it is. Have a good day, guys.